More than 50 million people were watching the Chiefs' thrilling win on Sunday, and that makes it the most watched game of the divisional weekend. Not too bad for two teams that are considered small market in the sports world. Deadline reports that ratings are up 20% from last year. The other three games all had at least 30 million viewers. And tonight, Chiefs fans are sure putting a smile on Josh Allen's face. Here in just a few hours, Chiefs Kingdom raised $60,000 for the Patricia Allen Fund. The charity is named after Josh Allen's grandmother. All the money raised goes to the Children's Hospital in Buffalo. Thousands of Chiefs fans donated $13 to commemorate the game-tying 13-second drive.
Well, the Chiefs have only lost one game in the last 3 months, and that was to the Cincinnati Bengals. There was one reason for that. KC could not contain Bengals receiver Jamar Chase. He had a career day. So how do you stop him this time around? KCTV5's Danny Welniak talked to head coach Andy Reid about their game plan. Danny?
Well, Brad, Chase put up 266 yards with 3 touchdowns as the Bengals clinched the division and a playoff spot that fateful day in Week 17. Only 11 players in NFL history have had 200 yards in a single game against the Chiefs, and 4 of those have come in Andy Reid's tenure. Chase now has 2 200-yard games in his rookie season, and the Chiefs are hoping to have Tyrann Mathieu and Rashad Fenton back by Sunday when they get their shot at revenge with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line.
He's a good receiver. He knows how to set up routes, especially for a young guy, and then he's strong when he gets the ball in his hands. He's got great core strength and lower body strength and quick feet to go with it. So he's a complete package. He's one of those guys that isn't 6'4", but plays like he's 6'4". He's got great range.
Yeah, and last week against the Titans in the divisional round, Chase had 5 receptions for 109 yards. But the Chiefs obviously well aware that the revenge tour continues and Joe Burrow will be playing at Arrowhead for the first time in his career. So, should be an interesting matchup. Brad?
Yeah, to say the least. Thanks, Danny. And KCTV5's coverage of the AFC Championship game kicks into high gear on Thursday. Join us for Kingdom Comeback starting at 6:30. Danny, Desmond, Jared, and Neil will all break down the matchup and reveal more of their keys for a Chiefs victory.
And tonight, we're hearing from Patrick Mahomes' dad for the first time since that dramatic win. He always expected his son to be a star, but not on the football field.
I've known since Patrick was 5 years old that he was going to have the opportunity to play professional, baseball.
Baseball. Patrick Mahomes Sr. talks to KC sports aficionado David Smale about his journey from baseball to football. Neil Jones gives us a listen in coming up in sports.
If the Chiefs punch their ticket to a 3rd straight Super Bowl, KCTV5 will be must-see TV, and we're not just talking about our coverage of the big game. Someone on the talk is going to be doing some cheering after the game.
If the Chiefs win, I will put on a Cincinnati Bengals. I will put on a Chiefs cheerleading uniform, and I will do a cheer for everyone here on Monday. Okay. But, if the Bengals win, Akbar, I want to see you in a cheer outfit. I want to see it, and I want to see you doing a Bengals cheer.
Bengals, you know what?
All of Ohio.
I'm down with that. You know why I'm down with that? Because it ain't going to happen.
Okay. So far, though, bookies are betting on the Chiefs. They're a 7-point favorite over the Cincinnati Bengals, and the over-under is 54.5. And remember, the two teams combined for 65 points when they played back on January 2nd. The Chiefs lost that game 34-31.
Now, you could say that Kansas City right now has a case of Reaper madness. Andy Reid's memorable quote to Patrick Mahomes is now popping up everywhere. Started on T-shirts. Now it's headed even to store shelves. KCTV5's Nathan Vickers has the city's hottest story.
That quote has become kind of a rallying cry for Chiefs Kingdom, and some local businesses are hoping it'll lead to some sales heating up. If you're looking for a hot take on the Chiefs,
the best game I've ever seen.
Spice and Foods off Southwest Boulevard has the lineup for you.
A little zing.
With a sweet offense and a hot defense.
You see our defensive play. We've seen them light a lot of people up.
And of course, Patrick Mahomes' bottle is the Reaper, a barbecue sauce with Carolina Reaper peppers. Believe it or not, they came up with the concept months ago.
It was absolutely pure coincidence, and we were all shocked.
So how was it?
Oh, wow, that's got a little pop to it.
Well, so does Patrick.
Let's just say we had to quench the burn by talking to MK Nutrition in Stover, Missouri.
It was such a good game on Sunday, and I've been wanting to do a Chiefs-themed item, but this kind of just gave me a good reason to do it.
Kaylin Holston and Lynette Black came up with a KC-colored concoction that they called the Grim Reaper.
That game was crazy the other night. And around here, we have a lot of Chiefs fans. We're just close enough to Kansas City.
You'll find Reapers in bakeries, on cookies, and everywhere else in the coming days. A sign that the end is near for Chiefs opponents.
When we bring the Reaper, they know that they're going down.
One local cafe had a Grim Reaper special as well. Parisi Coffee said if they couldn't make your coffee in 13 seconds or less, you'd get a cup for free. In Kansas City, Nathan Vickers, KCTV 5 News.
Well, so far this winter has been fairly quiet.